Hey, and welcome to Spawning Vats, one of the oldest Doom levels to exist. And what makes this level really interesting is that if you go back and look at all the beta footage for Doom, obviously before they changed everything, this level is kind of largely intact from the level that existed back then. It's a very interesting level, this one, because it mixes the hell aesthetic and the base aesthetic quite aggressively. It's definitely an interesting level for sure. I don't know if I'd say it's one of the better levels in Doom, but it's certainly fun to play through. Obviously we're going to take down these pinkies here, grab the blue armor. The blue armor is going to be very useful in this level because there's quite a lot of enemies that we're going to be running through. So this room that we're about to go into here is arguably one of my favourites in all of Doom, just because it can get so chaotic. If you can't get through these pinkies here, then you are trapped and you'll get munched on so quickly. But as you can see here, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get to the Berserk Pack, because with the invulnerability and the Berserk Pack, we basically turn into a little god for a few seconds. And what I like to do, I like to run outside here and take care of the Baron and the Caco demons. So we're going to take care of this Baron here. Excuse me, you need to please leave this plane of existence. So yeah, I like to do this because otherwise we end up chewing through our shotgun shells if we tried to take on the Baron and the Caco demons at the same time. So there's the blue key. Again, so this part of the level here, this is what was largely intact from the beta version. It's kind of interesting because when you look at the beta footage, there was ideas to have AI teammates helping you. There was going to be comrades running around. It was going to be a very different game, I think, and it wasn't as fast paced as this. So I have no idea what Doom would have ended up looking like had that been the game that they eventually came out with. This is an optional extra area, but we'll come down here just to clear out the imps. There's a few pinkies here hanging around. We want to get rid of these guys. We don't want to leave any of these around because they might run through the level to get to us. As you can see, this is a very simple box room. There's nothing too exciting there, but it's just the fact that there's so many pinkies in there. So we're going to grab the chain gun in here because we have the blue key. And then we're going to head this way because taking on this Caco demon here, I do love the way this room's designed. This is a very fun room for me, and when you come into this room as well, again, nice looking room, and there's a Baron at the end. This level's very generous with the invulnerabilities, I have to say that. Like, it's very generous with them. Like, it lets you take out these Barons pretty easily, to be honest. If you play the PS1 version, there's also a Mancubus hanging around here. This area is quite different in the PS1 version because it's easier for the Mancubus to get into this area. But alas, we're not playing the PS1 version today. So this whole area from this point on is largely unchanged from the beta, other than the texture work. So the hell aesthetic obviously wasn't a thing back then, but yeah, there's actually a wall here that's because that exit didn't exist. This room existed. It's very interesting looking back at that early build of Doom, and it's kind of surprising that this level made it into the final game, to be honest. But then again, like, it's a fun level. I think there's definitely a fun element to this level. I don't think it's one of the best Ultimate Doom levels, but I think that rooms like this with a dark area add a bit of spice to the level. And it's only because I've played this level so many times that I know to save the invulnerabilities. So we're going to go up here because if we head up here, it allows us to open up the secret area near the start. Now if you were going to the next level, obviously that would be really useful, but obviously we're not doing that. But it's nice to open it. Let's grab the backpack here. we're going to take out that pinky there. Now, normally I would have come in here and cleared this room out before we... Wait, did I just leave the yellow key up there? Oh, did I really just do that? Okay, so I got so excited by the prospect of murdering all those imps there that I completely forgot about the yellow key. So, hoorah. Let's go back and correct that. We do need the yellow key to move forward in this level. But yeah, what's really cool is that I think this was the first room as well. So this is where the whole of Doom would have started out originally. Because if you look in, see the beta footage, there's a bunch of Doom guys stood around here, and I assume those were NPCs or people who would have helped you in the game. Can you imagine, like, if like they tried to force like you to have AI like teammates? I don't know how that would have worked. I don't know how well that would have worked. So maybe we should all be kind of grateful that didn't come to pass. This room is stuffed with imps. In the PS1 version, there's a bunch of imps in the room to the right there that are up high. Let's click this. So we're basically done with this level here. But again, the reason that this level's worth talking about isn't just because like it's a decent level, and it is a decent level. I think like this fake out switch here is pretty fun because it means that Cacodemon comes out. We're gonna go into the red key door here, which is we don't want to grab that rocket launcher. It's a bit of a trap there, because as soon as you grab that and walk in here, you're gonna shoot the rocket launcher and blast yourself in the face. Trust me, from someone who's done that many times by accident. So yeah, we're going to head back to the start here. We're going to grab this. The red key stuff is optional completely, but it's worth doing just so you can show it off. But yeah, ultimately this level it's pretty fun. It's a pretty decent level in my opinion. It's definitely in the top half of the Shores of Hell levels. Don't think I'd put it in the top levels. And yes, this isn't Sigil. That doesn't open anything. But I think it's like a nice mix of hell and a nice mix of base aesthetic. Do I think it's in the best levels? No, I don't. Do I think it's an important level? Very much so, because of like the fact that it probably would have been the first level in what would have been the old version of Doom. But it's a fun level to talk about. There's a lot going on, and obviously this sends you off to the Cyber Demon. So overall, Spawning Vats is quite fun, and definitely, while it's not as good as E1M7, I do think it holds up on its own. It's a fun time. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this level.